And welcome back. While face masks have become much more commonplace, it's to help keep people safe and healthy, people with hearing loss are now experiencing some added communication challenges because of them. Dr. Owen, an audiologist at Livingston Hearing Aid Center, is here to explain why and has some ways to help. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And let's get right into these questions. Now, what types of issues are people specifically with hearing loss having because of these face masks?
Well, wearing a mask, while it's important for health and safety reasons, it makes it hard to read facial expressions and to read lips. It also muffles the voices. Basically, it creates a low-pass filter, which means that it's going to allow the low-frequency sounds to pass through while muffling the high sounds, the high-frequency sounds. This makes it difficult to decipher the difference between sounds, such as the difference between words like trees and knees and leads. So they can all just kind of sound the same through the mask. It's also harder to hear people because of social distancing guidelines, which require us to stand like 6 feet apart.
Gotcha. So it sounds almost like a muffle, and this certainly could cause people to have some issues. What specifically are you seeing out there?
Well, hearing loss is exhausting already because you need to listen to words more carefully in order to understand them. So anything that inhibits your hearing further makes it even more tiring. People with hearing loss tend to socially isolate themselves already because of the difficulty they have with communication, and masks and social distancing have made that even harder.
And so what can someone do if they notice they're having problems with somebody understanding them?
Yeah, I mean, you may have discovered a mild case of hearing loss, so, get help as soon as you can. Don't put it off. We do free hearing testing at Livingston, so we definitely recommend if you feel like you're having more trouble than the other people around you that, definitely come in and get your hearing tested.
Gotcha. And what can people do? What adaptations can family and friends do to help other people?
Absolutely. Slowing down your speech probably is going to be the number one. Try to talk in an area where there's less background noise, a little bit quieter area. Repeat yourself if needed. You don't necessarily have to yell. Maybe talk a little louder, but not to the point of yelling. And encourage that person to get help, get their hearing tested. Their hearing aids might need to be checked on as well.
And I do want to touch on, Dr. Owen, the specific masks or special ways people can communicate. I've seen them, but not very often.
Okay, yeah. Well, so we actually have started using 2 different types of masks. We have one with a clear window, so kind of like this, right? So you can actually see the facial expressions and do lip reading kind of through that mask. We're also using a mask similar to this one. Okay. Where basically we can see the entire face, so none of the facial expressions are obscured. It really makes communicating with hearing loss a lot easier.
Excellent. Dr. Owen, we are out of time. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
And stick around. We'll be right back.